Hey guys, this is Dave from my Vanguard here with another Cardfight Vanguard deck profile. Of course, as you see on the field or the table set out, it's gonna be Dragonewt Pain Laser deck, Perdition Dragons. It's actually Joey's deck, so I will actually explain what I would have ran or what kind of text I would have put instead of his build, and I guess I'll explain what the cards do individually. Of course, as a starter, we have the Dragonewt, which, if I'm in Legion, I can counterblast one, target a card in front of this column, put in the soul, and retire a whole row if I can. So basically, if this was on the left or the right, and if I hit something while I'm boosting with this, so let's say I had a 9K column with the Dragonewt on the back, and let's say they had a full column in that row, and if I hit the Vanguard while this was boosting, I can counterblast, put in the soul, and I can retire a whole column. So it's actually an interesting card. Honestly, with me, I would have ran Red Pulse because I can search for another Dragonewt so I can use his effect and blow up the field, but this tech isn't too bad either. Going on to the grade 3 lineups, he is running 3 Pain Laser Dragons and 4 Dragonewts. Pain Laser, it's an okay card as a backup Vanguard. It has an effect of Counterblast 1. When this card legions, you can retire a card and destroy the card in that row also. So let's say they had a whole column on the left, I legion, Counterblast 1, boom, their whole row is gone. And then of course he has a Soul Blast and get +3 while he's attacking. So it's really good against cross rides, I guess, just because of the Soul Blast ability, and it can actually fight against Nouvelle. So very nice. Pain Lasers is definitely one of the most interesting cards, just retiring a whole column for free. But the main Vanguard, I do run 4 Dragonewts. Dragonewt is Counterblast 2 Perdition Dragons. Discard the same copy of either the Legion, Whirlwind, or Dragonewt, and retire 2 things on the opponent's column or the opponent's field and give them 1 damage. And the damage is nullified. Really nice card. And then just itself, I guess it's a drag ruler that can't give like multiple damage at the same time, but I think honestly it still works perfectly fine. Oops. So Dragonewt's actually really good, honestly in my opinion. Honestly with me I would have ran Nouvelle with Dragonewt, but I mean I do respect Joey's build in every way. And Dragonewt, if I retire something on the opponent's field, it gets +3. So again, very good against cross rides. Going to a grade 2 lineup, of course I run 4 of the mates, which is Whirlwind. Whirlwind is a 12k attacker if I have a Perdition Dragon on the Vanguard circle, which I always should have. I run of the 4 of the Menace Razor. So basically the mate for the Pain Laser. What it does is when I have a Vanguard Perdition Dragon, Counterblast 1, retire a card in that row that it is in. So if it's on the left or the right, it can retire something in that column. So pretty decent. It's a much better Berserk Dragon. And then of course I run 3 of the 12k attackers if I'm in Legion. I think it's okay, honestly. I would have ran something different, but the 12k attacker actually did its work, so pretty nice. And then I'll always be in Legion anyway, so pretty good. And then I run 4 perfect guards, of course. I think quintet walls are not that really good, honestly. I think Joey did a good job of running 4 perfect guards instead of the quintet walls. And honestly, I wouldn't rush too much with decks. I would still keep the pace while just pressuring the opponent while I can. And then of course he runs 4 of the 10k attackers. Honestly, I would have ran maybe the Shuki clone, more of the Shuki clone, or more of this, which I'll explain in a little bit. But the 10k attacker did its work while I was playtesting, so honestly it's not too bad. And then he's running 2 Chimera Flames, which is Soul Blast 2, draw a card. These kind of cards are really good techs in Legion decks in general because get rid of the soul, just Legion right away, so very nice. And then of course he's running 3 Gojos, which I do respect honestly, because I think Gojo is one of the much better cards because it can filter cards. Gojo's ability, for those of you that don't know, you can rest it, discard, and draw a card. So this is a really good first turn card if you can get it first turn. Also, I mean, just really good filtering cards and try to go into your Legion faster. So Gojo's really nice with Chimera Flame. Joey was running one of each. Basically what this does is I can Soul Blast, and when a card in a column is retired, in the same column is retired, I can unflip a damage. Really nice. Honestly, I would have maybe switched out 1 for 1. At least try to run 2 of these because I never got into these during my matches, but still nice. And of course, I have to Soul Blast, but I mean, honestly, Soul Blast and Legion right away, I think this card is actually pretty decent. And unflipping damage and just retiring stuff with more Counterblast. But this card's really nice. Honestly, I would have ran more, but Joey runs 1, and then he runs one of the Shuki clones. Honestly, I would have kept it 2, or I would have tried to decrease the number of 10k attackers and try to increase the number of these 2 cards, on my opinion. But this actually sacks, so really nice if I can keep retiring units over and over and try to give them a power boost. But like I said, I do respect Joey's build, so that's how it is. Going to the trigger lineup, of course, I am running, or he is running 6 draws, 6 crits, 4 heals. Honestly, I can see why he would run draws, because he wants to try to get into his combo pieces. But honestly, I would have ran a little more crits if I can, so I can pressure the opponent. But this I think 6/6 is actually pretty decent as well. So far on playtesting, this deck is really decent in my opinion. Honestly, it would have been better with Nouvelle. Dragonewt Nouvelle would have been a better build, but Pain Laser actually did a lot of its job also. So, hope you guys liked the deck profile. Of course, thanks to Joey for lending me his deck. And I will be posting up more matches for those of you guys that are looking forward to it. So make sure you guys comment, rate, subscribe down below at the section on the bottom. And subscribe up there. And like always, imagine the victory. I am Vanguard.